Hey you, yeah you. Before we get this video started, I just want to say a thank you for those who have been a member of my Patreon. If you want to be a member of my Patreon, leave a link in the description down below right here. And there's a list right here of all the people who have been a member or a following member of the Patreon to help keep this channel alive. I would appreciate it if you do show your support, guys. You guys are awesome, and I really thank you for your support. Also, commissions are open, so if you want to commission for me to draw something for you, go to my DeviantArt page right here as well, in the link in the description, and I'll draw something for you. But make sure you hopefully follow the rules in my Patreon on my Patreon and commission, so we can get it on the list for me to draw something for you guys. I would really appreciate it if you do, and yeah. As always, take care, and have a great day, and let's start the video, shall we?
What is up, YouTube? Frost the Hobidon here, and today we're back with another reaction video for all of you. And this death battle, and it's a death battle. This death battle is going to be Heihachi from Tekken versus Geese Howard from King of Fighters. If you know Heihachi, then you know Tekken series. And if you know Geese, I'm guessing you know Terry Bogard. He's in Smash Bros. And both Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranui were in Death Battle. So if you check out those Death Battles, go check them out. Please go check them out. I know they're a lot of fun. And you know Mai Shiranui, the lovely lady who is completely banned from Smash Bros because she's not seen as a nice girl, apparently. You know the meme. So, two of the main bosses, well, somewhat boss fights characters in fighting game are gonna duke it out. I'm looking forward to see how this is, and this is gonna be a fun battle. Two main boss fights. One, it was an old man with years of experience, and the other one probably has years of experience and with a whole lot of money. Without further ado, let's get on to the action, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go! You know the rules. I'm gonna be pausing this as well to see what's going on.
Heihachi Mishima,
look at this old man
behind the king of the Iron Fist.
Yes.
Geese Howard, karate kingpin behind the King of Fighters.
Look at that face expression.
Ruthless businessmen are as talented at martial arts.
Oh, they fought before in video games. This scene right here, I don't know why it made me hate Hashima as a character, throwing his own son off a cliff. But I'm not too mad because because his son managed to get back up. I know the name of the character.
But whose fury will prove the most fatal? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's do this. I'm excited.
The Mishima Zaibatsu is a multinational conglomerate so powerful it can field armies massive enough to conduct world wars.
Wow.
Its leader is the enigmatic martial arts master Heihachi Mishima. His goal? World domination.
Of course, why not? Why it has to be world domination these days? I mean, if M. Bison's gonna do it in Street Fighter, why should he?
This dude treats male pattern baldness like an extreme sport. He taught his super intelligent
Wow.
best friend karate, and if he doesn't like you, he'll strap you to a rocket ship and launch you into space.
Oh wow, that's insane. he does this a lot. He's 75 years old. He is old. He is 5'11". He is tall. In a way, he's somewhat tall. King of Fighters, CEO. We know this. Denied citizenship by Japan's government. He was denied by Japan's government's citizenship. I did not know that. That's something new. And once accidentally turned into a. He once accidentally turned into a bear. Okay, okay, that's funny. It kind of makes sense that he does train a grizzly bear to fight.
He's like a kung fu Wolverine.
Look at him laughing. Like,
well, he sure is something, all right.
Yeah, what you're looking for here
I can imagine that.
Heihachi didn't like how
He's
his
not
dad,
wrong.
Shinpachi, who looks like the Charizard to his Charmeleon, was in the family business, so he locked him in a basement to die and get possessed by a demon.
Heihachi built the Mishima Zaibatsu into the
Why would you do
largest
that?
military developer in the world. And believe it or not, he's also a family man with a wife and child.
Sucks he had to kill his new baby mama with
He
his
had a
bare
Vegeta
hands after
hairline.
She got possessed by a demon too.
Hold on. Let me pause it the right.
This was the Devil Gene, and it would prove to be Heihachi's greatest adversary for the rest of his life.
Look at this. Look at his face. Look how young he is. Look at his young form. He has that Vegeta hairline, doesn't he? Just with the mustache and his hairstyle is shaped like a V for shaped like a V for real. Nope, then. I mean, seriously, that's the one thing Vegeta doesn't have his hair looking like this. Who would ever have their hairstyle looking like this except Heihachi and his dad?
Life. Fearing his son Kazuya had inherited this gene.
Oh, Kazuya. That's his name.
Power, he did what any loving, supportive father would do.
Toss his bitch ass off a cliff. If
Yeah.
he climbed back up, it meant he was a devil. If he didn't, that meant he was A-okay. Except for being dead.
Which is basically what medieval peasants did to witches.
Yeah, I did not like the medieval era. They were dark. They killed a lot of people back in the medieval era.
Heihachi could focus on one thing: power.
Of course.
Not just the kind that lets you finance a satellite in order to kick family members you don't like.
Wow.
But the punchy.
That is terrible.
Heihachi is a practitioner of Mishima-style fighting karate, based on real-life Goju Ryu, also known as hard, soft style.
Hard, soft style Goju Ryu.
Oh, that's too easy, even for me.
Yes, it is. You wouldn't make a joke of that.
Hard striking kicks and punches with open hand circular techniques for grapples, takedowns, and throws.
Heihachi's fighting style is aggression personified, with such techniques as the dragon uppercut, slash punch combo, and demon scissors.
I think that's one of my fighting styles that Claw here. You see this character known as Claw? Yeah, he's one of the he has this fighting style too, and plenty more.
And if he really wanted to, he could impale you on one of his hair horns.
Maybe. Really now?
Heihachi has even mastered the use of ki, or spirit energy, to manifest lightning, like in his classic Electric Wind God Fist.
Yeah, it's super effective.
His physicality to frankly absurd levels.
Like the time he caught a bullet in his mouth. I'd say that's crazy, but he did the same thing to a tomahawk before shattering it with his teeth. How much of that?
Wow, that's kind of impressive. I guess Heihachi's been biting on blades, and he has been eating blades way longer before Saitama was eating swords. you know that scene when Saitama ate the Sonic Speed's sword. His name is Sonic, the ninja. I know, not the hedgehog. Don't want to get those confused. You do not want to get those confused.
Blade did he swallow? Dude must have gave his beehole braces.
Or the time he got dogpiled by a bunch of Russian androids called Jacks, which all self-destructed, annihilating the temple he was in.
Yeah, he got up a bit later, infuriated, I'm sure, by the world's audacity to declare him dead from such a paltry wound.
Other Jack models were strong enough to destroy a 6-mile-wide apocalyptic asteroid and survive being blasted by a satellite laser.
By taking a look at the size of the blast compared to the height of the clouds, this laser was packing around 1.6 megatons of TNT.
That's impressive.
He can tear through the newest Jack models like that hatchet.
Is that a wait? Is that a Kuma? Wait, hold on. That's a Kuma. Heihachi teamed up with a Kuma. Okay, now this guy's really bad guy material. This guy is real bad guy material. I did not know that. I've seen just the original Tekken series, but I didn't see the crossovers. I did not know this. I didn't know anything about this. That's impressive. All right.
That hatchet must have tore through his
boomstick.
Can't stop thinking about it, Wiz. Either end that's coming out of, it's not gonna be good.
After decades of dominance, Heihachi finally hosted the King of Iron Fist tournament.
And who should show up to the fight but his son Kazuya for the
Hey, there he is.
All grown up and definitely not dead by cliff. Oh man, what I wouldn't give to beat the shit out of my dad and toss his ass off a cliff. Probably what Elon Musk.
That ending was hilarious, where Kazuya smiles when he dropped his father off a cliff.
He launches rockets, he's super rich and weird, and I don't even want to think about Heihachi with a Twitter account.
Well, except for the whole martial arts thing, Musk is just some pasty lazy.
I did Taekwondo, I did karate, Kyokushinkai.
Oh,
man, he's
he
been
can fight.
Heihachi all along, and that means his son is Kazuya. Someone keep their eye on him in case he throws him off a cliff. But hey,
that won't happen.
Host a King of Iron Tesla tournament. Give me a call.
Yeah,
Despite
you wouldn't
this
survive.
humiliating defeat, Heihachi returned to battle his son once again, and this time tossed him into a volcano. These people really have a fetish
Wow.
for this one particular kind of execution.
Yeah.
Especially considering it never works.
Beating his son ain't too shabby, considering
I mean,
Kaz is
if you
one of the
manage to
strongest
survive it,
fighters in the entire world,
why do it
even
again?
without the devil gene, which, surprise, turns him into a goddamn demon. He can fire laser
Of course.
beams fast enough to hit a satellite in a fraction of a second.
That is
and
impressive.
the
We've seen
emphasis
that
is the
versus
same
we've seen
satellite
him
we
fight
keep bringing
Ryu
up.
from Street
Measuring
Fighter in
how
Death
far
Battle.
Kazuya was from the satellite, his forehead laser
That is
would
true.
have to be moving at just over 1% the speed of light.
And
That
the
is
Headmeister was
fast.
fast enough to intercept this same beam in order to save Kazuya's life from his evil devil self.
Yes.
He had a change of heart. Oh.
Oh no, of course he didn't.
No, okay.
Yeah, they would do this to each other.
Couldn't be wrong. Not after that. Man, they really hate each other.
That is true.
Heihachi's grandson Jin got in on the action.
Jin!
Generations of Mishima men bonding over throwing each other up.
These two
cliffs.
really hate each
After
other.
living a life
All three of them.
consumed by hatred, the drive for power, and that,
Ugh.
Heihachi reunited with Kazuya for one last battle.
I did not
to the
wanna
death
see that.
and shed a single tear at his son's complete transformation into a monster.
Oh, he did care. Maybe
Oh, he
all of
does
that
care.
Crazy Bond villain bluster
He did care
was
about his
just a
son.
facade for the heartbreak he suffered at destroying his own family and creating a cycle of violence, as so many fathers have before him. Dad.
He fought Kazuya as he lived, a man. No
There you go.
cyborg enhancements, no devil gene, no whatever Yoshimitsu is.
No
Heihachi
power-ups.
fought his literal
He fought-
demons with
used
nothing
his
more
real
than
strength,
stubborn,
his own
egomaniacal
power.
refusal to give up until he could stand no longer.
Those who live by the volcano die by the volcano. Well, at
He
least
threw him
until
in
he
lava.
magically comes back in the next game. And when
How,
he does, he'll
though?
Be determined as always to rule the world with a
How did he
Punching the
survive?
Iron Fist. Oh god damn it, Boomstick.
Next. I like his
Welcome
laugh.
to the sun-drenched streets of Southtown, USA.
All right,
Should
Grease,
you
your
ever find
turn.
yourself there on vacation, you can rest easy knowing the Howard Connection Protection Agency will keep you safe from the clutches of the local mafia.
Okay, good to hear.
Until you realize the Howard Connection is the mafia.
Oh.
Top-tier business model they got there.
And in control
That's
of
not
both
good.
stands the legendary
This douchebag right here.
Geese Howard.
Okay, Wiz, that was all sounding pretty badass until you said his name was Geese. What kind
Yeah.
of dork is named after a waterfowl? The only worse name I could think of would be Swan. Absentee dad may be an Austrian terrorist, but the only thing he's blowing up is his son's future.
After
Oh wow, Geese's dad was a prick. When have I heard that one before? He is 42 years old. He's taller than Hashima. He's taller than Hashima. He's 6 feet tall. Then again, Hashima is an old man, but Hashima might have had years of experience as a fighter. So probably longer than this guy. Sometimes he sometimes appear in people's nightmares. That's a terrifying image to have. Don't want this smug douchebag smiling at you menacingly in your nightmares.
Geese's mother succumbed to an illness they were too poor to treat, 15-year-old Geese tracked his father down
Favorite songs.
to kill him.
Before
Speak
getting
Softly, Love from
completely wrecked by
Godfather.
His half-brother Krauser, who was 9 years old. Now the ultimate
He lost
scrub
to
lord,
his
he's found
half-brother.
the martial arts master Tung Fu Ru to gain ultimate power and take revenge.
Geese fights with a combination of the deep, strong stances and hard-hitting combos of karate, the quick, deadly blows of kickboxing, and his primary style, Aiki Jutsu.
Translating to hard soft, which again,
Oh, similar.
all too easy. Aiki Jutsu is all about throws,
Similar.
counters, and locks. It focuses on using opponents' weight against them, kind of like its descendant Aikido.
Got it.
And you can't forget the shit-eating catchphrases.
Of course. Die forever.
What Geese was
Really?
there to learn was hippopotamus.
Jesus. With Hakuoku Seiki, Geese can absorb life energy, or chi, from the earth itself and mold powerful energy.
Something
blasts.
similar to Terry Bogard.
Fucking rockets across the ground like a buzzsaw, while Raging Storm is a massive fanged geyser that'll devastate anyone nearby.
Got
Can
it.
imbue these attacks with lightning called down from the heavens. or enhance his strength and speed to perform blindingly fast combos like Deadly Ray.
That is a very powerful technique, I must say. I'm still laughing a little bit from that the way Wiz just reacts to Boomstick not pronouncing it right. Absorbs chi from the earth, so he can't take it from people. Can't take energy from people since Hajima uses ki instead of chi. I don't know what's the difference. Maybe there, you know what, there is some sort of a difference with ki and chi energy. It's similar but different.
Wait just a goddamn second, Wiz. Did Geese just throw that poor man straight into the air? And
Wait a minute.
Patty cake his nuts on the way back down? That is.
Oh wait, he was in the crossover too. I didn't know it. They had a crossover. I didn't know that. That's Hashima. That's Hashima's body right there. I'm surprised people didn't notice that. If not people who didn't notice that, I did not know they had a crossover. Alrighty.
That is pure evil.
Geese's master felt the same way, sensing his pupil's darker intentions. So
Pretty
instead
much.
of entrusting the dojo's most secret of scrolls to Geese,
The way he put
he
his
gave
feet on
them
the
to his
desk.
other student, Jeff.
God
Jeff.
damn it, Jeff. I hate him as much as Geese does.
Why?
God
What did he
damn it,
done?
Jeff.
What's wrong? What did Jeff do?
Infuriated, Geese left Tongue School to take over Southtown's
Besides being a good
criminal
boy.
empire and install himself as the city's
No, that face. No.
infuriated.
Go back.
Geese left Tongue School to take over Southtown's existing criminal empire and install himself.
Look at his face. That face just reads evil. That smirk. Just look at it. The way he looks at you. It's intimidating. Look at, he's looking at your soul. Who would want a painting like that in their room?
As the city's new crime lord.
Who, for some reason, demands to dress up in karate gi at all times.
Well, Geese's appreciation
Yeah.
for Japanese martial arts extends to the culture as a whole. Music, architecture.
He's a weeb, like a Otaku Vito Corleone.
He's a
What do you think
weeaboo.
his waifu is? Himself? Ooh, I probably would
Yeah.
too.
I don't know, I appreciate
Of course he
Geese's
would.
tenacity and business acumen. It reminds me of me. Inventing reality-bending weaponry
Really
for
now?
black markets around the globe has done my checkings account pretty well. Like my Cyber Goose.
Mecha Goose
Really?
Howard? Oh, please, Wiz, I've seen your student loans from Mad Scientist U. It's a sideways 8 next to a smiling turtle.
Hey, dummy!
I hear they sell self-respect next to the dollar pizza place you like so much.
Oh, wow.
Despite being a badass crime lord, Geese was still plagued by inadequacy.
Really?
So he took out his anger on the lamest person he knew,
Oh.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Oh.
he did it in front of his kids.
Oh.
I'm sure that'll turn out well in a
I
decade
remember
or two.
this.
Wow, this guy is.
This is gonna bite him in the butt.
All of Southtown, next to Jeff.
Oh, you think that's bad? How about when Geese had a son and left him and his mother in poverty?
That is
And
true.
when that son asked for help paying for his mom's illness, Geese ignored him.
Yeah.
Wow, without a hint of irony.
He's a prick.
After successfully conquering Southtown, Geese hosted the King of Fighters martial arts tournament in order to solidify his position as the strongest fighter around.
Which he basically was. Geese is powerful enough to
kinda
obliterate
was.
entire swaths of forest
For
with
now.
his chi and defeat the reality warping entity Verse, who could create a hurricane the size of a stadium.
Even Takuma, one of Geese's subordinates, was strong enough to redirect a blast from the Zero Cannon, a city-annihilating satellite laser.
That is true.
Considering the laser was intended to eradicate Southtown, which is a fictional stand-in for real-life South Miami, the blast would have to have a yield of around 1.7 megatons.
And judging by
That's-
how fast it reached the Earth's surface, it must have been moving at over 2%
Wow.
the speed of light. And talk about
That's
far
impressive.
compared to Geese.
Seemingly unbeatable, Geese was finally confronted by Terry Bogard, the
Terry.
son of the man he murdered years before. You know, Jeff.
Now,
Jeff
that
is
man
the
has great taste in
Jeff
hands. After
is
one
the
of
father of
fiercest
Terry
battles ever
Bogard.
witnessed, Terry defeated
A lot of
Geese and
fans don't
threw
care
him
about
from
the
top of
father.
Geese Tower to his death.
That's
Until
iconic.
He came back, so Terry threw him off it again. You can't keep a good goose down.
Whether it be manipulating future events from the shadows,
Yeah, he's been
or
falling off
demonstrating
cliffs
his
a lot more.
magnificent power in front of the whole world, Geese's tenacity will always strive to crown him the king of fighters.
Stay down, maggot.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want to know how Geese and Heihachi got to be dads in the first place,
Yeah.
check out Adam and Eve.
Skip!
And your name is? I'm Thor. You're Thor? Well, it hurts. Once again, this whole broadcast has been brought to you by sand. It's everywhere. Get used to it.
But right now, it's time for a death battle.
And we are back after that Adam and Eve ad. Let's continue to fight. 10 years. And where this takes place in a volcano. Well, they did have a crossover.
Sole ownership of both the Mishima Zaibatsu and the Howard Convection.
Wow.
Flagrant disregard of antitrust laws, but okay. Let's go.
Ownership of both companies. Interesting. That animation.
And his opponent, Geese Howard.
There it is. Foolish whip. You come to die.
Mishima, your nightmare begins.
Nightmare begins. Here we go.
Predictable.
Okay. Predictable, really? Come on, Heihachi. I'm rooting for Heihachi for this one. Because this guy actually cares about his son, in a way.
I will stand my hands with your blood for that.
That's not no ordinary old man. Oh, wow. Yikes. There we go. Hit him! Hit him with a rock! As a reference to a crocodile. He said, don't you dare say it. Predictable. Killer Croc from Batman was the reference I was saying. That's a lot of power. Don't celebrate yet. Predictable. Now you like it now. Okay. Nice. That is awesome. Fighting on top of a volcano. Cool. That is so cool. The classic throw off a cliff and the pose. That was animated well. Okay. Back the way you feel. Oh, wow. Well, he's screwed. Oh, crap. Did you have to make it so graphic? Nice. Show's over. Nice.
Oh, better break out the soy sauce for Geese, because this goose was cooked.
Both fighters have the
Yes, it
brutal
was.
tenacity and martial arts mastery to push
Yes,
each
they
other
are.
to the limit. But Heihachi just had the greater limits to push.
Sorry,
Yes, he
Wiz,
did.
This one was obvious. One of them throws people off cliffs, the
Yes.
other has people throw him off cliffs.
That is
Kind of a
true.
No duh.
It was not no duh. In
Well,
fact,
there's more to
Geese's
that.
variety of chi techniques were able to keep Heihachi at a distance.
Yeah,
And
he-
his ability
keeping his
to draw
opponents from a
chi the
distance.
earth meant he could spam them for as long as he wanted.
Yeah.
But Heihachi has had plenty of experience with projectile spammers like Kazuya,
That's-
whose lasers
that's the
are
truth.
fast enough to reach outer space in seconds. He'd have no trouble getting in close.
Heihachi's decades of combat training over Geese also allowed him to learn and adapt to his Aikijutsu.
He had
Geese even
more
defeated
experience.
Aikido masters like Nina Williams before, so it wasn't entirely new to him.
Ultimately, it came down to who was stronger, faster, and tougher. Both scaled to characters like Jack and Takuma,
All right.
who survived satellite lasers nearly equal to each other.
That
But
is
both
impressive.
feats were performed pretty casually by weaker characters. So
That
what
is
did
true.
they do at their best? For Geese, let's look at his fight with Verse, who created that hurricane.
By measuring its size compared to the stadium to get the mass of the clouds, making a storm that big would take about 1.8 gigatons of TNT, about 1,000 times more powerful than the
That
zero
is-
cannon that could destroy
Oh, yeah.
Southtown.
But we're not done. One single
Really now?
Jack unit was able to destroy a 6-mile-wide asteroid heading toward Earth.
This is true.
Estimating its volume and density, the energy it would take to violently fragment it is nearly 8 gigatons of TNT, over 4 times more powerful than Versus Hurricane.
Wow.
Heihachi can tear through jacks like nothing. which
That is also impressive. In Tekken 5, the dark reincarnation of jetpack storms melt enough rocks in the yards of 945 gigatons, greater than any scale to Geese from Orochi's 4 Heavenly Kings. Okay, good to know. Read those little
is
notes.
crazy because that satellite laser it reacted
Alright,
to was
sorry about my
moving at
reading. I'm trying to
4%
pronounce
the
these
speed
words.
of light,
It's
twice as
tiny
fast
little-
as the zero cannon
tiny for me
and
to read.
Geese's best.
Geese was a clever, ruthless opponent. But
Yes, he
Heihachi's
is.
power, experience, and sheer bull-headed stubbornness allowed him to walk
Oh,
away
yeah.
the victor.
Man, this fight was so intense, it almost made Mishima pants.
The winner is Heihachi Mishima.
Congrats, Heihachi. I knew you were going to come out on
Thanks for
top.
watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup next week. But you can always get more
All right,
Death
who's
Battle
next?
right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there and by downloading the battle music linked in the description.
Okay. Who's next? Blake! Oh, snap! Blake versus Misaka. Blake versus Misaka. Blake from Ruby series versus Misaka from Attack on Titans. Okay. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I am hyped. I am hyped right now. This is going to be a fun battle. I am going to enjoy this. You guys are going to enjoy my reaction video for the next death battle. I don't know when it's going to happen. I didn't read this date, but it's going to be a fun one. And I am going to we are going to enjoy this death battle when it comes. This was a fun death battle. I'm excited for this one. So, anywho, let me power down before I waste up all the Glaze Emerald's power here. Phew, there we go. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. What were your thoughts on this death battle? Did you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments down below. What were your thoughts on Heihachi's abilities and Grease's abilities? And are you excited for Misaka from Attack on Titans versus Blake from Ruby series? I know I am. Let me know in the comments down below. As always, take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later, and have a great day. And make sure to wash your hands out there. And if you have a chance to get a vaccine, I suggest you go for it. I mean, seriously, go get a vaccine. Go for it.
How does it feel to be the worst cop ever, huh? Shut up, your mother buys you Mega Blocks instead of Legos.
You fucking take that back.